Studio Weekly podcast. I am one of your hosts, Helen Brahms, and also one of the co-founders based here in New Zealand. So I'm in charge of the New Zealand headquarters. Over in the US, we have Teza Ekong, who is also the other co-founder of Zanekin Studio, and she is based in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Kia ora, Teza. Welcome. How are we doing this week?
Oh, fabulous, Helen. How about you?
Super fantastic and sparkling. I hear it's Super Bowl over there, so I've got my goofy football jersey on today.
Oh man.
Because actually, if I tip that,
Oh, do I have to ask then which team you're rooting for?
I don't care as long as it's a good game.
Okay.
Last time I watched the Super Bowl game was in 2018, and that was the first Super Bowl after Brad had passed. So because he was such a big NFL fan, that I watched that game, that game sort of as a closing of that chapter. And for some reason, when I got down here, they said, "Oh, it goes live at 12:30 p.m. on Monday," which is where we are right now. So I thought, maybe I will watch it as long as it's a good game. I don't really care who wins. I just want to see a good game.
Oh,
I'm very
nice.
neutral when it comes to the NFL stuff.
Okay.
I just want a good game. And there's a lot of times that I'll go to Brad, who's playing, and he'll tell me, and I'll go, I want this team to win. And he goes, that team's got no chance of winning whatsoever. I said, well, they're the underdog. I'll support them. But when it comes to Super Bowl, as long as it's a good game, I don't care who wins.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I was watching the prediction markets. It's the first time I've heard of such a thing. Well, this year, not just now. But it's being hosted. One of them is being hosted on Coinbase, and they have this whole slew of questions, most of which I know nothing about. But the more interesting thing for me was the last time I looked before they closed the you have to close the betting. It was over 41,000 people participating in this thing. Yeah,
Wow.
and that's only one. I'm sure there's prediction markets all over the country, but
I think just about anybody who's out there playing any sort of fantasy football or any betting place there's a lot of predictions out there. So
wow.
we shall see. We shall see. But as long as it's a good game, I really don't care.
That's cool. Yeah.
So we're kind of, as you all know, we've just started doing these podcasts. This is week 4. And so we're kind of been playing around with it a little bit into what do we call this? And, Zanekin Studio podcast is fine, but we've come up with the term the weekly 7 because we answer 7 questions each week. And so this week's weekly 7 concentrates on mastering social media strategy with AI. And one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be asking you for your questions. So we will get up. We haven't got it set up yet, but just private message either of us on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you find us. And we will get and email in your question and send in your questions, and we will get all that set up and be able to answer viewers' questions. We'll have a weekly 7 of viewers' questions at some point. So we will give you more details on that as we develop it and everything else. But this week we're talking about social media strategy with AI. Hooks, hashtags, posting frequency, trends, editing, visuals, and platform culture. Not theory, practical strategy you can use immediately. The goal is simple. Use AI to work smarter across platforms without losing authenticity and connections. So, Tez, are you ready for question 1?
I am ready for question 1, Helen. And by the way, I'm excited to see what people send in to us for their questions.
Oh, I am too. I can't wait to see their questions come in and have a chance at answering them. Okay, so question 1, what hooks work best per platform?
Well, that's an interesting question, Helen. So, as you know, each platform has its own language and expectations. So, LinkedIn responds to curiosity and professional insight, while Instagram rewards emotional relatability. And Twitter, or X, as we know of it, thrives on tension and hot takes. The more inflammatory, the better. Well, maybe not, but AI needs platform context to generate effective hooks. So, why this is important? You know, Hooks determine whether people stop scrolling. Generic hooks sound automated and then they lower engagement. So, a hook like, here's what I learned today might work on Instagram if it's personal. On LinkedIn, it needs stakes. So, like, here's what I learned after watching 3 teams burn out from bad systems. Same idea, but a totally different energy. So, Helen, what's the practical takeaway today?
The practical takeaway is always tell AI which platform you're writing for and the audience you want to reach before asking for hooks. And one of the things that we remembered is that I think was it LinkedIn or TikTok have now gone to limiting you to only 4 hashtags. You used to go into some post and there'd be like a slew of hashtags. And so some of the social media sites, just keep an eye on, are starting to limit how many hashtags you can put, but make them meaningful because when you go looking for them, I don't think I've ever actually searched for a hashtag. But you use them as a searching tool, so you can go out onto that social media platform, put in your hashtag, like hashtag AI content, and every post that's got AI that's been hashtagged with that will come up, and then you can go through and sort out which ones are relevant to you and which ones aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think hashtags may be limited in their usability now. As you said, I don't know how many people are actually searching for a particular word. And the other thing is, if you're trying to be relatable and personal or even professional, it kind of looks wonky if you go, here's some really valuable information. And oh, by the way, hashtag, 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 it's like, ugh.
The ones I kind of really don't like is when you're in the middle of the description and they put a hashtag there instead of the actual word. And then they continue on in the sentence, then put another hashtag in there and continue on and got another. So you read the description and it's full of all these hashtags in there. And I'm sort of like, I don't think that's exactly how they're supposed to be used, but each to their own.
That's
But I also
right.
think too is that I think the algorithm's looking at the hashtags. So if you have an interest in that, it knows to put that stuff in front of you. I don't know if that's how that works or not. That's my theory.
Yeah.
My
Good
opinion,
theory.
my theory.
All right, Helen. So here's another question then for you. Well, can AI help with hashtags per platform?
Absolutely. AI can generate hashtag lists by niche and platform. And a lot of times I'll go into ChatGPT and I'll say, I've got this post to go out. Can you create, and it's going on LinkedIn, can you create the hashtags? Or if it's going on TikTok, I tell it what platform it's going on. Not all hashtags are equally useful. And Instagram benefits from mixed volume hashtags, meaning that it wants hashtags in different, they all to point back to that one post, but they don't want them all being the same, like hashtag AI contact, hashtag AI social media, hashtag AI. They don't want them all being the same. They want them in different not genres, but different topics that relate to AI, but not
AI for
specified.
business, right?
Yeah, so taking AI out of some of the hashtags and stuff so you can get other people looking in. LinkedIn performs best with 3 to 5 hashtags, and Twitter or X often needs fewer hashtags, and it must be TikTok that's got the 4 hashtag thing.
I think so. And
Yeah.
I think there was a few weeks ago, Elon Musk was saying, stop using hashtags, but I think nobody listened to him. So,
Well, that could be why they often need fewer hashtags on X.
yeah,
And this is
right.
important because hashtags influence discoverability, but overuse reduces credibility. So
Yep.
that's a really good thing to take away. Remember, we're going to repeat that because that's such a great line. Hashtags influence discoverability, but overuse reduces credibility.
Yeah.
And what's our practical takeaway?
So in this case, use AI to generate options, then choose the hashtags based on real audience performance.
Yeah, and sometimes AI, when you ask, like if you go into ChatGPT, you ask for the hashtags, and it comes up with some that are sort of like way out there.
Yeah.
It's on another planet, and it's sort of
Yeah.
like, I don't think, and it'll be something long. Most hashtags are short, so I'm just
This
sort of
is what
like,
you should hashtag this is what you should be searching for.
yeah, yeah, that kind of about sums it up.
Yeah.
So make sure that you specify that you want short, you want mixed volume in there, and you get to pick, and whatever ones they come up with, you get to pick and choose if you want to use them or not. You could turn around and say, I don't like any of those, redo them.
Right.
And sometimes you got to be careful because sometimes ChatGPT will hallucinate and get caught in a loop as well and just keep bringing up the same ones over and over again. If that happens to you, create a whole new chat that says, please create hashtags for this post.
This sounds like the voice of experience.
Yes, it would be.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and our next question is, how often should I post using AI?
Oh, I love this question.
Yes.
So AI does increase production capacity. Interesting phrasing. Engagement capacity must match posting frequency. Quality beats volume. Now, this is always true, I think. Interaction is part of the strategy, and AI should create space, not pressure. So, just because you can post every day doesn't mean that you should, or at least on the same topic. AI dramatically increases content output. Engagement capacity matters as much as frequency, and AI should create breathing room, not pressure. So, posting 5 times a week but never replying is like throwing a dinner party and hiding in the kitchen.
I love that analogy. If you're going to post and people comment, please go back and respond to their comments and end it with a question
Yes. Yes,
so that it
because we
will.
want people to talk to, right? We want to hear what people have to say,
Mhm.
right? And
Increasing
vice versa.
engagement gives you ideas for more content coming down the road.
So when you're looking at other people's posts, don't just go like. Stop and say, I like this because, or yeah, this is okay. No, I don't favor you really want to say that, but just give some kind of reply. It,
Yeah.
it's not just it's not just about the algorithm. We're not here to please algorithms. We're here to engage with each other. And
Yes.
sometimes you may come across something that really catches your attention.
Yep.
And so say
Absolutely.
so.
And
Right.
Tessa, why does all of this matter?
Well, this is important because algorithms do notice engagement patterns. People do too. So posting without interaction turns good content into background noise.
Yep, absolutely. And our practical takeaway is start with 3 to 4 strong posts per week and scale only when you can maintain real interaction. That's the other reason why you don't want to be flooding your social. If you don't usually flood social media with posts, then don't do that. Start off small and work your way up, because we want you to go back each day on the following day and respond to any comments that are there to help with the engagement on the post. If you are posting like 20 times a day, you're not going to run out. You're going to be spending hours going back in all of those to get the replies in. So start with 3 to 4 strong posts per week and scale only when you can maintain real interaction. It should only take you about 15 minutes a day to go in and respond to the comments that have been left from the day before.
And especially if you're engaging across whichever platform you're on, if you're engaging across groups or forums or spaces, on X, you could spend your entire life just looking at a platform and not get any work done, unless that is your work, I suppose. But
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So, what's the practical takeaway here, Helen?
That's what I just
Oh, you
said.
just
So
said that.
start
I'm
with three to
sorry.
four strong posts per week and
All
scale
right.
only when you can maintain real interaction.
Okay. So, so then, Helen, can AI help with platform trends?
Yes, AI is strong at analyzing patterns.
Mhm.
So you can actually ask it to look for what is trending right now on LinkedIn. What is trending right now on, what are some topics trending right now on LinkedIn? What are some topics trending right now on Instagram? And just put in there whatever the social media platform is. It is very strong at analyzing patterns. Also, too, if you go into some of the admin areas on some of them, like on Pinterest, for example, they just released an article of the top trending topics that are coming out in certain categories. So they give you the category and then they give you the top trending topics in there. I took that, copied and pasted it into ChatGPT and said, create a marketing plan out of this. But I took out the topic that I am interested in, that works with my brand on Pinterest. And I pulled out that area with the topic with the subtopics underneath and said, here, this is what I pulled out of this article from Pinterest that they just released on the top trending things. Can you analyze this? Tell me how it's going to go and how we can work it. It summarizes trending formats and themes, which is awesome. And AI data may lag behind real-time trends. So on some of the AI stuff, it's looking at stuff that came out maybe a week ago or a couple of days ago, not the stuff that's coming out today.
Right.
Understanding why trends work matters more than copying them. So this can help you break down, why is this trend so good? What can I do to help my profile expand in this trend, or take advantage of this trend as well? And that's important because chasing trends blindly wastes efforts. Understanding structure builds repeatable success.
And that's what we want. And then repeatable success builds on more success.
Exactly. What's our practical takeaway?
Use AI to study trend frameworks and then apply them to live observations. And do you have a favorite LLM for doing that, Helen?
Notebook. Oh, I like ChatGPT for that, but for going deep diving on analytics and stuff, I prefer Perplexity. I was about to get myself
Yes.
tongue-tied. And then I take all those results that comes back with and put them into Notebook LM, where I can put them there as sources and then create stuff out of that.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I think Notebook LM has become our new favorite tool. Our favorite new tool. I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, we've this week we've discovered some great new uses for it. So yes, and we've been playing with it. So it's kind of
Yes.
we've actually turned it into a coaching program. Where you can put in what your business is, and based on the coaching program that's set up for that particular Notebook LM, it will give you ideas and things that you can do in your business. It's like almost like a step-by-step process in your business based on that particular coaching program in your business. And it's kind of really cool how that came about on Friday this is another reason to attend our AI open office on Fridays, because you get to see this working real time right there and then, because somebody came asked something about something that Teresa did, and so we put her business in there with just a simple sentence, and boom, she had this whole business plan come up. It was amazing, and everybody was sort of like, whoa. If you want to see good insight like that, come join us on Fridays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. It's awesome. And the link is in the video description down below as well.
Yes, that was really, really fun. So we try to present interesting stuff every Friday. You
Yes.
never know what'll come up sometimes.
But it also works too when somebody actually asks the question.
Yes,
And you're just like,
exactly.
I don't know. Let's go figure this out. And we do it live right there and then. And some of it works, some of it doesn't. Some of it needs a little tweaking. But when it does work like that, it's magic. And everybody's like, whoa, this is cool. How do I use it again?
Yes.
I've
All
totally lost
right.
track. Where are we up to?
Oh, we're up to question 5.
Oh, okay. So should AI generated posts be edited differently?
Well, that's interesting. Yes, the answer is because AI content sometimes sounds formal or generic. Yeah, especially the generic sometimes.
Yeah.
So, I have asked ChatGPT for some information or to rewrite some things, and I look at it and go, really? Okay, make it sound like me. That's not
Yeah.
what I sound like, I hope. All
My
right.
my favorite thing is to add in there, and it was my top phrase in 2025 with ChatGPT was "make it sparkle."
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that turned out to be my top phrase of asking it when I needed to rewrite something. I go, "Make it sparkle. This is boring. Make it sparkle."
Well, I stole it from you and told Sunny from Marbleism to make my post sparkle, please. So it goes, oh, yes, I'd love to do that. And you know how Sunny can be
Yeah.
enthusiastic. So,
Oh yes, I love it when the agents get enthusiastic.
so editing restores human voice. Yes, of
Mhm.
course, we want to sound like ourselves. Personal details add credibility. Absolutely. I always try to put them in there. And
Yep.
then brand tone must be intentional. And AI drafts are really starting points. So again, AI is super at brainstorming and coming up with really cool ideas. And then it's up to us to shape them to fit our personality and our tone. And also, most importantly, what our audience is looking for.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So why is this important? Because unedited AI content feels robotic and forgettable.
I've got pictures from what the 80s doing where they used to do the robot dances
Yeah.
going through my head right now.
Mm.
And so, a practical takeaway is always, 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 always review AI content and ask whether it sounds like something you would actually say.
Yes. You know, Helen, I got that from earlier writing days, even before AI came out.
Mhm.
When I was writing a piece, I would read it out loud because if it didn't sound like I would say it, then I needed to go back and edit it. So that's true. I think,
Hearing it makes it more alive, and if
yeah.
it's something that you're struggling with to say, it's not in your voice. Like, if it's got a lot of big words in there and you don't use big words,
Yeah,
people
that's
are gonna
right.
go, "This doesn't sound like Teresa. She's got all these big words in there. She never uses big words."
Well, sometimes she does.
Like,
She's learned not
you get
to.
the idea. Like, well,
Yeah.
especially with me, I don't use big words. Sometimes I come out, I'll pull out supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know,
Yes.
that used to be
Why
my
not?
favorite word to do for hangman.
Oh. Oh, I don't know if I want to challenge you in a hangman game.
Well, this was on a rainy day. You're stuck in the classroom for your breaks because you can't go outside, and so we start playing. And so you break off into groups to do whatever you want to do during the the
Recess time or something like
the
that.
recess time. I was trying to think of the American word. We call them intervals. No, yeah, intervals here in New Zealand. The breaks and then the
Mhm.
lunch hours and stuff. And then you break out and you stay in your classroom and you just spread out around. You hang out with your friends and stuff. And you've got free use of the blackboard. And this is blackboard and chalk days. So I would go up and do and I'd spell it all. I used to spell it very good. Not so much now. It'll take some thinking to get me to spell that word without having to look it up.
Ah, okay. Yeah, for some reason, never mind, but the word sesquipedalian comes to mind. Don't ask me why. Up so
I think for those of us that came up in that era in the 80s, that we
yes.
all kind of had that word that we would always gravitate to for stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so if you got to know the person really well and you played hangman with them a lot, as soon as they put up that number of letters, you could just blurt it out without even guessing a letter.
I know you. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, my other one was to do the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Oh my gosh.
That was from typewriting because it uses every single letter on the keyboard. It loses all the alphabetic key. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog uses every letter on the keyboard when you're typing.
That's true. That's
I
true.
used to
Now,
use that one as well.
I don't know about you, but most of my classroom was full of manual typewriters. We had two IBM Selectrics, and you
Yes.
wanted to get there early because if you wanted one of those.
Well, we had the manual, we had the big bulky clack, 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 clack ones. But we
Yes.
did have the electric ones, but they were in the back room and you had to be in a certain year at school in order to be able to use them. Yeah, because you had to learn the basics on the clack, 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 big one. Clack, 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 clack,
Oh
clack,
my
clack.
god. Good.
Yeah,
Now
that's
I
bringing back a lot of
dictate my
memories.
messages to you and wonder what you're thinking when I put in the wrong words.
For
Okay.
some reason, autocorrect suddenly on my phone, when I type in autocorrect, I type in have, HAVE, and it changes it to has.
Automatically, huh?
Yeah, don't ask me why. I don't know how, I don't know why. Yeah,
All right. So my husband and I are sitting on the sofa. We're
yep.
watching TV. And sometimes I will say whatever the scene is, I will go, seriously? And this thing goes beep. I'm like, no, not you.
I have been caught out a couple of times when on the TV something has been said and Alexa picks it up and comes back and says, sorry, I can't help with that. And I'm just like, look at that, look at the TV, at the scene, and
Oh, you know what's worse is if Alexa appears in the dialogue on the screen and the thing tries to answer. I've had that happen.
I don't have Alexa on my TV.
No, I mean Alexa in the room. So
Oh,
somebody in the who's in their dialogue
yeah.
uses the word Alexa and the device tries to answer them.
Yes, I have seen that happen. Yes. And I've been in conversation with somebody and they actually end up spelling out Alexa because they can't say it because the Alexa device is close to them. There's all sorts of fun things. There is a lot of funny stuff out there about Alexa and its reactions to things. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Oh, yeah, that was the other word. Not always. So sometimes when I say seriously, but it's like, okay, do we want a movie or do we want something in a series? Beep. Yeah. Ah.
yeah.
So
Okay, where are we up to now? I don't
how
know.
do visuals I guess this one's for me. No, it's for you. How do visuals change per platform?
Ooh. You know, on visuals, sometimes I use the same picture across, I just change the text that goes with it.
Okay.
But Instagram and TikTok favor vertical, so
Mhm.
like it's on a phone, high
Yep.
polished visuals. And I've never actually thought about this till this question came up. LinkedIn prefers clean professional graphics.
Mhm.
Twitter/X rewards authenticity over polish. So I guess they just want a crap picture put up there. I don't know.
Probably not quite.
Aspect ratios matter because
Mhm.
on some of them you've got to keep the long form, the up and down one is a 16 to 9
16:9.
ratio.
Yes.
This way is a 4:3 ratio. Um, so it's making sure that the ratios matter because it then helps, I guess, helps the algorithms to bring your pictures up more. And branding should stay consistent. If you're always using, like we've got our colors here with the purples, and as you can see on our logo up here in the top, just above Teos's head, our logo there with the blues and the purples and things. If we suddenly go reds and greens, people are going to go, what the heck are they up to now? They're not going to recognize it. But if we say true to our branding, our colors for our brand, then people know when it comes in and think, oh, there's Zanekin Studio. So let's go and have a look and see what they're putting out today.
Yeah.
So think
Right.
about the brands that when you see their colors come on your feed, when you're scrolling, do they make you stop? Because you know it's that particular brand
Right.
and you want to see what they're up to today. So why this is important is visual mismatch signals low effort and reduces engagement. So if you want to put those posts out there that have your brand colors in there, that is going to, people are going to recognize it, and your message will match the brand colors because it's all part of the brand. And you'll get more engagement that way, especially when people get used to seeing your visuals and seeing the colors that you use. So when, like I said, when they're scrolling through, they suddenly see you, oh, hang on, I've got to go back and check that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what practical takeaway do we have for this one?
So design with the platform in mind instead of resizing the same image everywhere and hoping for the best. Adapt visuals for each platform instead of resizing one image everywhere.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to change my practice on that one.
It can
I'm
still be
one, so I create
sparkly,
one image. I
Helen.
like the image. It goes everywhere.
It can still be sparkly. It's okay.
Because yeah, I just have to, and if you're working in Canva, it's very easy to do because you just go the resize option, and then you've
Right.
got to move the picture around to get the portion that you want in the center of the picture when you're in vertical, and then if you go horizontal, you got to start with horizontal first and then go vertical. I think would be the good way to go.
Yes.
Yes. So our last question for today: does AI understand platform culture?
Well, I don't know. Would that be yogurt or cheese? Okay, never mind.
That's a good one.
All right. So AI analyzes popularity, but not lived culture. And okay, so this is true. The AIs have access to, or the LLMs have access to tons and tons and tons of data, but they've never actually experienced anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we need to be here. So it does pick up popular themes, that's true, but you need to add your own nuances into that. So
Absolutely.
yes, each platform does have has its own social tone. And here's the real kicker. Humans recognize subtle mismatches. And
Yes, they do.
they may not be able to pick out what it is, but they'll just go and scroll and scroll
Yeah.
on.
And how many times have you done that? You're scrolling through the feed and you go, oh, there's that person that I like to follow, and you start reading their thing and going, something on it just doesn't catch correctly.
Yeah,
And it could be
right,
that they've used AI, but they haven't humanized it.
right.
Yeah. You don't know what it is, but it's just something sort of like, I'm really not interested today.
Off you go.
Yep.
Cultural awareness does build trust, right? So, and then AI supports but does not replace judgment, which is what
Mm-hmm.
we've been talking about. So,
Yep.
why this is important? Um, content that feels culturally off damages credibility.
Mm-hmm.
So, AI can tell you what performs. It can't tell you when something feels cringy. That's still a
Yeah.
human skill. And
Absolutely.
yep. So, what's our practical takeaway then?
Use AI for drafts and ideas, but rely on human judgment for the final tone. So yes, definitely use it to draft out your posts and stuff, but make sure that it sounds like you before you post it.
I just had this weird, funny thought about AI agents posting content and on behalf of their humans, and one AI agent says to the other one, "Does this feel human enough or not?"
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. The other one, and of course they're all about analytics and data and all of that sort of stuff. So they're not going to know.
Right.
Yeah, they're not going to know.
Yeah.
So in closing, AI is a powerful tool for social media strategy, but it is not strategy itself. The creators winning right now are not automating everything. They're using AI to handle repetitive tasks so they can focus on engagement, authenticity, and connection. And AI should give you more space to be human, not less. So that's this week's week 7 practical strategy. 7 questions and 1 clear direction. Use AI intentionally, but let your voice lead. So Teza, we've got a couple of items there at the bottom. Do you want to run through those?
Oh, you mean want to help build it wants
Yep,
you want some help building a
absolutely.
smarter AI-driven social strategy? Tap the link in the description below to set up a free, no obligation discovery call. We have lots of experience in this, in what works and just as importantly, what doesn't work.
Yep.
So ask us how we know.
Because we test the stuff before we take it to our clients. We don't use tools that we ourselves haven't used in our own business. We don't use procedures that we ourselves have not used in our own business. We're building different blueprints and stuff, but in order to test it, we run our businesses through it. And we have Zanekin Studio together, and we also have our separate businesses. And because our separate businesses are so different, you've got the technology side and you've got the non-technology side. Genealogy, trust, getting seen on Google these days by the AI bots.
Yes.
Not just SEO, but also talking to the AI bots. That's Tears's wheelhouse. Mine's genealogy. So we've got 2 very different businesses plus our Zanekin business, and we're running everything that we come up with. We're running our businesses through these processes and through these programs to see, does it work? What does it work best for? What does it not work for? So that when we come to helping you, we have that knowledge of what we have already tried, what's tried and true, and what's tried and failed. So,
exactly.
Yeah. And what about the open office? Where can they find information on the open
Oh,
office?
yes, for open office hours. Actually, we will put a link in the comments below. We do open office hours. Helen and I do open office hours together as well. It's every Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Mountain Time, U.S. Mountain Time. I don't know if there's Mountain Time elsewhere, but U.S. Mountain Time. Denver, think of Denver if you can't find it. And you'll find us. You'll find that goes live on YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is at Tears at Ekholm. But we will also be sharing snippets from that on Zanekin Studio itself.
Absolutely. And with that, we are out of here. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling day. Thank you for tuning in and joining us. Please leave questions that you have in the comments so we can pick those up until we get something more formalized for taking in questions. So Teresa, go out and have a super fantastic sparkling week.
You too, Helen. It's going to be amazing.